The state Supreme Court putting the battle over abortion rights in the hands of Michigan voters. The judges ordering the Board of Canvassers to certify the Reproductive Freedom for All ballot initiative. Now this after the Board of Canvassers were deadlocked on the issue last week. The opposing GOP board members blamed spacing errors, which they say made the proposal illegible, that is, so it wasn't certified. Reproductive Freedom for All then filed a request with the High Court, saying it's important to give voters the chance to weigh in. In a 5-2 vote, the judges rejected the GOP board members' arguments. Chief Justice McCormick called out the two Republican canvassers in her opinion, writing that, quote, they would disenfranchise millions of Michiganders, not because they believe the many thousands of Michiganders who signed the proposal were confused by it, but because they think they have identified a technicality that allows them to do so. A game of gotcha gone very bad. What a sad marker of the times. Well, mixed feedback coming from all sides of the abortion battle tonight. Fox 17's Marisa Oberly continues our coverage. She joins us live from the control room with reaction to this ruling. Marisa?
Jamie, Reproductive Freedom for All says democracy won today, and they expect this enthusiasm to carry into November.
We're thrilled.
Lauren Kugali let out a sigh of relief on Thursday after Michigan's highest court directed the state's Board of Canvassers to place a petition on the November ballot, which guarantees access to abortion if voters approve it.
This constitutional amendment is the most enduring way to protect reproductive freedom for people in Michigan and restore those rights under Roe.
Kugali runs the American Civil Liberties Union of Michigan, who introduced the ballot question alongside the state's Planned Parenthood chapter and Michigan Voices earlier this year. She says she anticipated the judges to rule in their favor, as did the group's attorney Steve Liddell. He explains volunteers submitted more than 700,000 signatures, well above the minimum needed, and met other statutory requirements with their 8-point font.
We had no one contesting a single signature. And then the only other question before the board was whether or not the petition complied with all of the requirements that the legislature has enacted for petition forms. And clearly we had.
They both hope the board now does what it's been ordered to do. Liddell says if any members go against the Supreme Court's verdict, they may be criminally charged, although he does not believe that will happen.
Members of the Board of Canvassers have taken a constitutional oath, a solemn oath to faithfully execute their duties. They've been directly ordered by the highest court in Michigan, the Michigan Supreme Court, to place this question on the ballot. And I expect that now that they've been ordered to do their job, they will do their job.
And in a statement issued earlier this evening, Support My Women and Children, the group that challenged Reproductive Freedom for All's petition, said in part, quote, we are confident that a majority will say no to Proposal 3. It authorizes abortions up until the moment of birth, while sweeping away every law designed to impose common sense limits on abortions, such as parental consent and health and safety regulations on abortion clinics. And if you would like to read that statement in full, you can do so right now on our website at fox17online.com. I'm reporting in the control room, Marisa Oberly, Fox 17 News.
All right, thank you, Marisa. Governor Gretchen Whitmer wrote in a statement, quote, the courts have ruled once again that Michigan women have the right to make medical decisions with their health care provider and those they trust. However, this decision is likely to be challenged, and we know that there's a group of extremists who will stop at nothing to ban abortion, even in cases of rape and incest. The Michigan GOP had a very different tone, writing in a statement today, quote, the rulings now allow for the possibility of error-ridden documents to be enshrined into our state constitution, and if approved, would also repeal dozens of existing state laws and disenfranchise voters, despite the court ruling these measures remain too extreme for Michigan. And we are certain they will be handily defeated at the ballot box in November.